Well, Scully's messing around with one of those little rubber hands
Did
that
I
he's
get you in
thrown
the
away.
face?
No, you didn't get me in the face. Just straight off the top for all our YouTube viewers, which I know there are plenty, I will be adjusting and fondling tonight quite a bit. As I'm not sure if anyone's seen me.
Why the fondling though?
It was about a week ago, I think. So last Monday, Tuesday, I went to the shops, needed new undies, desperately. Like I'm talking one pair left.
Wow.
And anyway,
where were they all going?
just the elastic was shit, and I had to get new ones desperately. So anyway, I rolled in there. I'm an extra large at like the best of times.
Yeah, you are.
And I needed it. Anyway, I roll in there, no extra large, and there's no double XL. And so I'm looking at the section here. I'm looking at the jocks, and I'm like, okay, no XL, no double XL. There's triple XL, or there's large.
What shop were you in?
I was at Kmart. $20 for like 7 pairs.
You went to Kmart.
Yeah,
for
seven pairs
Fair,
for $20
fair,
anyway.
fair.
So I'm looking at them. I'm thinking, okay, I got the triple XL. I got to be honest with myself about what I'm producing and what I'm bringing to the table, and I'm not a triple XL.
Triple.
I was going to say.
And so I've gone to the large. I've gone the large.
Oh.
Supportive, restrictive, or like real tight. It's cutting into my scrotum as we speak. So there'll be a bit of adjusting.
What about the waist?
The waist is fine, but like it's
Right.
just I've got a thick ass, and it just doesn't. The
bucket.
large,
But you've got a thick ass.
yeah.
There's other things that your jocks are holding
Yeah,
in
I
as
know.
well.
My cock and balls are very restricted in this pair of jocks. I definitely should have got the extra large, and I haven't been back to the shops yet. So if you see me scratching, moving, pulling, looking uncomfortable, that's the reason.
Why wouldn't you just go without them?
Well, I did think that.
jockless?
Yeah, jockless. Yeah.
What in life or from the shops that day?
Commando. I should be Commando right now. I don't think you
Yeah,
could
I
see
mean,
all the
now I
way
think-
down if I was sitting.
How often do you not wear jocks?
No, I never don't wear jocks. Wait, is that the right thing?
Yeah.
I always wear jocks. That's what I'm trying
Yeah,
to say.
so-
Even when I'm making love to my
Yeah,
wife.
but if I
just slip it out the side. And you're rash fest. Anyway, that was off the top. Yeah.
Very good.
hey, aerodynamic, smooth, silky.
What do you need to be aerodynamic for? How much? Like, what are you? You're not doing all.
I've got 2 kids, man.
Yeah, so it obviously works.
Congratulations.
Rashy and
Got
jocks.
an update on that yet? No. Okay.
No, not yet.
Anyway,
Anyways, I wanted to throw a quick question to both you about your weekend. So, how many
no, I didn't wear a rash
How many-
vest on the weekend.
how many kids on the weekend did you make cry, Hammer?
That's a good question. None directly.
None?
No, I don't believe so. No.
Me, none. Scully, did you make any kids cry on the weekend?
Yeah, I did. Yep. Yeah, I did.
How?
Were they
Why?
your own kids?
Oh, we're going here. Are we?
Yeah.
Were they your own
Okay.
kids?
Well, I mean, a little shout out to the Mount Hawthorn Oz Kickers. Right?
Okay, yep, of course.
You got me on a Sunday morning. I had a few beers on the Saturday. I was a bit hungover.
Yep.
Bit hungover. Yeah, I did. Yeah, you threw it at me. This was without notice, Dan. But I will come back at you with a question after this.
Okay.
I run the Oz Kick for the year 4s and year 5s. What?
I was just thinking about one of the questions it could have been, but
Yeah.
Year 4s and 5s, Auskick.
Yes. So
4
first
and
year,
5-year-olds.
Yeah, 4 and 5. Okay,
So-
not year 4s and 5. Gotcha.
4-year-olds, 5.
4-year-olds,
We're
5-year-olds,
talking
Oz Kick.
kids.
Of course, man.
Like,
That's-
like
yeah, yeah.
genuine kids. Half of them never even seen a footy. They're just having fun.
No
the
question.
drills are one's called Angry Ogre, where
That's a good one.
Is
I've
that you?
done that
It's
before. Yeah, I've
great.
played the Angry
Are you
Ogre.
the
I'm
ogre?
the Angry Ogre.
Are you doing
Okay.
Rob the Nest?
Rob the Nest. We're doing Rob the Nest.
It's a great game.
So Angry Ogre, you got all the balls on the line. You turn your back. They got to creep up on you. You turn around. If you catch them moving, they go back. They love it.
Yeah, it's good.
All happy. All happy. We just start getting towards game time, and I've really worn them up. Got them going for 40 minutes. So we get to the game, and when you get a game with 4-year-olds, you do some of these clinics with
Yep.
year 3s, year 4s, year 5. Think about 4 and 5-year-olds
Yep.
playing a game of football. It is debauchery. They have no idea of the rules. All they want, every single one of them, is to get the ball and kick a goal, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
There's 2 teams of 15, right? And they're on a team each. We didn't have thirds set up, so we didn't have them in different sections.
Didn't
So
have your zones.
we have a big rectangle
No, 6, 6,
with
6.
goals
Yeah.
at the end. No points, just goals.
And you're not holding length as a 4-year-old, are you?
Oh, no, they're holding length, mate, because what they do, the defensive team runs and stands in the middle of the goals. There's a line of 15 of them. They just stand across the middle of the goals.
Build a wall.
Right? And the other team, whoever gets the ball, runs the length of the field, stops 10 centimetres from the goal line and just stops and tries to like, I'm just going to kick it. I'm going to kick it. I'm like, everyone move. So anyway, we go about this for, I don't know, like literally like 20 minutes, and I'm just like, this is fucked. I'm trying to teach these kids about teamwork, pass to your teammate and give it to the girls, give it to the boys, just look after each other. And then the whinging starts. The whinging. I didn't get a turn. Max did this. Nash did that. My son's not listening. The worst listener in the whole thing is my son. Right, so I'm the coach. Not berating. I don't berate anyone. But anyway, I just got to the wit's end. It was Sunday. It was Mother's Day. I was hungover. It was right at the end of a 20-minute game. And I just told a kid who was whinging about not getting a touch.
Was it Nash?
No, it wasn't Nash. It was another kid. Didn't know who it was. He said, I haven't had a touch. I want to kick a goal. We'll win a fucking hardball, you redheaded. I'd just seen him kick the goal. So it wasn't for no reason. I'd just seen him kick the goal. And he came whinging at me saying, I haven't kicked a goal. Nick had a go. Damo's already kicked one. I want to go. I said, stop whinging and get back into it. He started crying, ran off to his dad. And, his dad wasn't happy with me. But, that's what you get on the big job sometimes. My question to you, Dan, Hamish.
I'm intrigued.
Hamish?
Yep.
You punched any greyhounds in your life? In the head, mate?
Wow. Just again, not off the top of my head.
I certainly haven't punched any greyheads in the head.
Greyhounds, no.
Dan, have you punched any greyhounds in the head?
I have punched one greyhound in the head, yeah.
Mate, we're walking out. I'll tell this story as well. We're walking out of the garage, go and get some dinner. Lovely family walking the most placid, docile dog you'll ever see. I've never seen a more Nick's not his head. I've never seen a more docile creature in my life. This thing
may as well have been dead. Dan's punched a dead greyhound in the head.
No, he didn't punch this one, but I see Dan shaking his head and muttering away and carrying on. He's that Greek blood in him, and he gets in the car, he slams the door shut. I fucking hate greyhounds. I said, what? I fucking hate fucking greyhounds. I hate them. Pack of 10 of them attacked my dog one day. Yeah, I was like, was your dog attached to the rabbit thing that runs around the thing? And poor
little
Jerry's been attacked by greyhounds. Yeah, no one's ever been attacked by a greyhound.
Playing in the park, and they all ganged up on him, and there was not 10 of them, there was 5 of them, and I just heard yelping and crying and stuff from my dog, and I run over there. One looks at me, I hit the greyhound because he's attacking my dog. And I go in there, grab my dog, and the owners of the greyhounds are standing over there chatting, and they got the leashes around their necks and stuff, holding their poop bags. Like, put it in the bin.
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe hold it.
And I'm like, can you guys look after your hounds?
You would have called them mutts at that point, I reckon. Yeah.
The way to bring all this together, how you felt with those greyhounds and your dog is how I feel on Sunday mornings with the parents standing around across their arms. Don't speak to my son like that. Don't speak to my son. You know what?
Well, your son's shit. Fuck off. He can go play soccer.
I'm putting some creative mustard on this. I actually do love it, and the kids are very good. Mostly happy most of the time. Hopefully, I didn't offend anyone too badly.
So you punched a dog. I have kicked a dog once.
Okay.
So not punching. A similar story. I was at the dog park with my dog Spud, who is now dead.
Rest in peace, Spud.
Yeah, rest in peace, mate. He's just burnt to a crisp.
Do you ever pour one out? I'm just going to pour one out for Spud.
Yeah, I'm going to have a sip of Coke Zero for my dead dog. Anyway, so Spud's dead. But when he was alive, I was walking him at the park, and he would have been about 7 at this point. So a young pup, and we're rolling around, and anyway, this big Great Dane comes up, massive dog. So Spud was a spoodle, not very big, but this massive Great Dane's rolled in the park, and his owner's, it's off leash, so it's not far away, probably 50 metres away, this owner. Anyway, Spud goes up. Oh, you're fucking massive. Look at you fucking big thing. Yeah. Anyway, he has just looked at Spud and said, well, here we go. Flipped him and just stood on his chest. And you could hear Spud wheezing as if it's about to break his ribs.
Wow.
And so I have just run up and booted this dog. I was I would have been at the time 7. It would have been 15, maybe 10 years ago. Yeah, I would have been about 15. Yep. And I've just gone and just sunk the slipper into this thing. Would have just moved the dog. It was fucking massive. But anyway, it ran away and the owner didn't see me, thankfully. So I just got Spud and left. But But yeah, I've kicked a dog.
And a big shout out
Okay.
to the RSPCA,
RSPCA,
WA.
yeah. I don't condone it, obviously, but I
No,
kicked
I
the
don't
dog one time.
condone. Like, I don't hate greyhounds, and I'm like trying to hurt.
I don't
greyhounds.
hate Great
I was
Great
defending
Danes,
my blind 6-year-old.
I don't fucking hate children,
dog.
but you know what? Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, fellas.
Yep.
Yeah,
Where are
exactly.
we, Dan?
I don't know. I have no idea. Hello at backchatpodcast.com.au
got it.
is
Yeah,
the
there we
email address. You can send us an email. Have you had an
Have you ever
animal
kicked a
encounter?
dog? But not like obviously not animal cruelty because I hate that.
No. Hate that. Big despise that. Absolutely.
BackChat
Don't like
Podcast.
that. Yeah.
Powered
Powered by Fleet Network, of course. BackChat.
Powered by Fleet Network.
Yes, absolutely. BackChat _ is where you can find us on socials. We've got a competition that we're going to talk about with Fleet Network a little bit later.
Yeah, we are.
We mentioned it last week. It is literally the best competition prize that I've one of the best competition prizes I've ever had.
As
I
far
would
as
say
prizes go.
fleetnetwork.com.au. Just jump on there, give them a chance, tell them BackChat sent you.
Yep.
Going to be in the running for one of the all-time podcasting prizes you've ever bloody seen.
Absolutely. And if you like what we do, Patreon is we have VIP stuff there, all the extra content. You can sign up on there. backchatpodcast.com.au. Let's start off. I mean, we had some negativity there, but a positive note.
Yeah.
Hamish Brayshaw announcement.
Can we have a round of applause? Hamish Brayshaw played in the state team this year.
Oh, there it is. Thanks,
Absolutely.
guys.
Really? Don't give yourself a clap, Hammer.
Nah, I'm just clapping myself. Yeah, thanks.
Well done. Well bloody
Playing in
done.
the state team, Western Australia, against the Crow Eaters.
Yep.
Friday night. This Friday or next Friday night?
This Friday, this coming Friday.
Wow.
It's the curtain raiser to the Melbourne Port Adelaide game.
All of that hard work for Fat Chat bloody paid off.
It has. Yeah, it has. And I know Cam Shepherd, the coach, will be listening.
Big fan of BackChat.
Massive fan of
Nice
BackChat.
shot.
Came up to me on the first night of state training and said, Hammer, someone told me you're 105 kilos and then you won that stupid bet with your dad. And I said, yeah, mate, I have. And then the next Monday in the team meeting, randomly just talking about team defence.
Mid-team.
Mid-team meeting with like 34, the squad of 34 just sitting in there. I'm sitting in the middle and he's just looking at us all and like, explaining the structures and whatever. And then just out of nowhere catches my eye and goes, oh, and Hammer, like your podcast, mate. And then just on to the next one. Just continued talking in mid-sentence. So that was, he'll be listening. So thanks for that, Shep. So this Friday
Well done.
against the Crow Eaters. Thank
Is
you.
that
That's
televised
awesome.
somewhere? Like cheating?
On the AFL
maybe.
app. On the
Probably
AFL
on the
app will be
AFL
streamed
app,
there.
yeah.
We can
Beauty.
stream
Know
all
what
the
number
games
you
as
are?
well.
I don't. Although I took a photo today in number 29, so maybe number 29.
How do you feel about wearing the West Australian colours when you're a Victorian?
Well, funnily enough, actually South Australian, born in South Australia.
Actually, we heard this somewhere. Oh, shooter.
Yes, shooter.
Yep, born in South Australia.
Right.
Me and Andrew
So against
both
the
were.
motherland.
Against the motherland. Grew up in Victoria, but this is home for me now, so I'm very comfortable.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Black ducks. Do you wear the black duck?
Yeah, I think
big black duck.
Good.
Yeah,
It's
I think
actually
is it a swan?
Yeah, it
I think
is.
it's a swan.
Yeah.
Ah, well, it's mate. I'll be. I'm very much looking forward to it. And proud, and I'm excited.
Well
we're
done.
proud too, mate.
Hey, last week we were talking about Matt Rowell eating grass,
grass, yeah.
because that video came out and is doing weird stuff. And I don't know if he does the touch feel thing, one with the ground, all the sensors and all
He's got
that.
no shoes on.
He's got no shoes on. He's one with the ground, and we didn't know. Is he doing it just to troll people? Is he
Yeah.
having a laugh?
Was it a once off?
Was it a once off? Apparently not. You were at the game on Friday night, West Coast, Gold Coast. You were
I was.
boundary riding there.
So this is our own content that we're not going to play just yet. Well, we're going to play a little bit of it, and we're going to have a look. Just have a look at Matty Rowell.
Tough with the glare.
I think our YouTube subscribers should be able to see this. Follow us over at BackChat Studios. He's had a really good look at it. He's had a good munch on it. He's had a giggle about it. So Matty Rowell, right? I knew coming into this game that he does this every game.
Yeah, right.
We've got word that he does this every game. Fox Footy cameras. Now I don't know if they were going to originally, but when I come down and get mic'd up for Fox Footy, you get to chat to the camera guys, you get to chat to the prods, team back in Melbourne, all this stuff.
Yep.
And I said, anyone on the cameras, make sure we've got some cameras on Matty Rowell while he warms up. Anyway,
good.
they got that.
Yes.
And while they were live patching it back, I don't know if they played that on the coverage.
They did.
They did?
Yeah,
Yes.
they did.
But they were debating whether to do it or not because he had some negative feedback on it. They didn't make a big
Right.
deal about it. So I thought, well, fuck this, I'm getting it on BackChat.
Yeah.
So I made them play it back down the stream to me, genuinely me and Michaela, who were down on the boundary.
Yep.
Little video there and get it up and about.
Brilliant.
So Matty Rao's munching grass. I'm not sure what he's doing.
And it works for him.
You sent that video to me and you said, hey, you can post this, but wait, because, we can't put it out before Fox do it. And literally, I was watching the TV, the footage came up, I sent a text to Indy, who posts a lot of stuff on us for socials. I said, post it now. And
No.
Yeah, go.
To hark back to Scully yelling at kids, that's a redheaded who can get a hard ball. That's
Yeah,
damn
absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely.
My goodness. Wasn't he good?
Wasn't a great game on Friday night.
Nah.
It wasn't good at all.
I struggled. I had 2 primo seats, thanks to yours. Thanks to Scully.
Well, potential. Yeah.
And I could not find a single person who was willing to go with me. I called that many people. Do you want to go? Great seats. The padded. The padded's always the sell. It's
Wow.
padded
Is
seats.
it?
Not many places you can sit.
So is the seats in normal Optus not padded? Is that
No,
right,
we're
Charlie?
not all, they're all just plastic.
They're all hard plastic, yeah.
Well, are they?
Yeah.
They're definitely not padded?
No, definitely not.
Okay. So,
Can't believe that didn't work.
No, and when there's like, I said, there's
Yeah.
the bar there. It's like the flat area. You can stand up, watch the game. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Just people going like, oh, no.
Why are
I
you surprised?
don't want to go.
I mean, West Coast are
Come
very
and sit-
bad.
Come and sit here. It's padded.
You're like, come and watch us get done by 100 by one of the worst teams running around in Gold Coast.
Come and sit here. It's padded. It'd be like a young Dan Const going out on the town trying to bring a girl home. Come home with me. I mean, I've got condoms. Nah, they're ribbed. Something like that. Just like adding a real unneeded quirky thing in there for a young Const. I also wear jocks, so that's nice. And I won't
You should
take
see
them
my
off.
rash vest.
And now
So
he's
that wasn't
married
a-
with 2 kids.
That wasn't a good game. That wasn't a good game on
Shout
Friday
out to
night.
Beck.
Yeah, shout out to Beck.
So it worked.
Next week isn't going to be any better. West Coast v Hawks.
That could be a contest.
It's in Tassie, mate.
That's in Tassie as well. It's been coined the Harley Reid Cup.
Yeah.
Now, what do you guys think about this tanking for the draft pick situation? So,
Tell us what's going on inside the club, Ham. Are we tanking or not? No, I know you don't know. Okay.
No.
no,
one's
but
fucking
more
No,
just
correct.
the general concept of trying to, like, there's a lot of people talking about Hawthorn trying to lose games to then.
Well,
get
I don't
the
think we
best
can ask Hammer about trying to lose games. He works for the football club, and technically so do I. So I'm going to ask Harley Reid, the number 1 draft pick. Do you think the number 1 draft pick is that important? Are we?
No.
He can't be that good, can he? Or do you think he can be that good?
No. I don't think he's. I don't think the number 1 draft pick is as important as people make it out to be. I mean, you look back over the last 20 years, and I think you were talking to me about this last week. Like, look back over the last 20 years at all the number 1
Could have
draft
been
picks.
on this podcast.
Could have been on this podcast.
I think it was
like,
Adam Cooney is the only one that you'd redraft at number 1.
yeah, correct. Every other draft pick is there.
Yes.
The best player in that draft pool isn't the number 1
Yeah,
pick.
but this
So,
guy looks bloody good.
yeah, I mean, he looks good, but like he's been playing VFL and he wasn't playing as well as Will Ashcroft was.
Really? And
mean,
was
he's-
Ashcroft playing VFL?
Ashcroft played VFL. He played 1 game of the VFL for Brisbane and had 29 a goal.
You played VFL before you got picked up, didn't you?
Yep.
What sort of touches were you getting running around?
I was playing mid forward and would get like mid to high teens. I think the best game I had was 21 and kick 2.
Okay.
Not a bad game.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, no number 1 draft pick.
No,
but
not
still was selected, didn't
Yeah,
we?
Of course, we did.
So then, let's say you're Hawks, right, and you get the number 1 pick. Are you splitting the pick? Are you trying to like get more value out of your
Let's
picks
put a
then?
hypothetical situation. Say West Coast don't win the wooden spoon, and so we don't have to talk about West
Yes,
Coast.
of course. That's why I went Hawthorn.
Hawthorn finished last, get number 1 pick. Do they split it? I think yes they do.
God, yeah.
The hype around this kid is high. They're in a great bargaining position. I reckon you split it for 3 picks.
Yeah, you go
Tim
hard.
Kelly was worth 3 picks.
You go real hard, I think.
I reckon you get 2
Absolutely.
first rounders and a future first. Mm-hmm. I reckon you get 3 first rounders for the number 1 pick.
Yep.
And you get three 200 gamers to the football club.
Yep. So does that mean Harley Reid, like if he's that awesome, could end up at like a decent club and
definitely.
and walk straight into a contender?
Oh, you reckon like a decent club could go and get him?
Yeah, like what if like Adelaide, right? Who are decent, but they're like 1 or 2
St
pieces.
Kilda, Essendon, these sorts of clubs.
He'd be stoked.
Yeah, you'd be stoked. I just think he's going to be a gun. I've seen a bit of him and he looks fucking awesome. But no number 1 draft pick in my opinion is. You look back over the years, 1.
I wonder if West
It's
Coast
just-
have got any father sons coming up. I reckon they might.
Banfield?
Bamfield, yes. Main Waring is playing in the Waffle right now. I reckon just looking at Collingwood with a couple of Dacosses running around, I reckon
mate.
West Coast are due for some
Ashcroft.
father-sons running
Ashcroft
out.
star. We've got Waterman. Jake's the only one, I think.
That's a
for us.
very
Yeah,
good point.
true.
We've got one right now, and he's having a bloody
Yeah,
superb
he's had a
year.
very good year. But back on the tanking, I just don't think anyone tanks.
Well,
I don't
absolutely
think it's
not.
I don't think it's a thing.
No.
People say, Hawthorn are purposely losing. No, they're not. Sam Mitchell's the coach. He's the most competitive bloke I've ever met in the history of the world. You could take a piss and you'll sit there and pinch it so he pees longer than you. It's mate, you're literally competing over nothing, so he would not be tanking.
Correct.
Okay. No, I did hear that he's tested positive for COVID, which is odd because I don't think people are testing anymore.
That is very, very strange operation. Harley Reid, it's the cup down in Tassie. Yes, that's a big issue. The secondary issue is we know that West Coast Eagles have had long sleeves green lighted at the footy club.
Oh, yeah, they've had them green lit, and this is the week to do it.
I think we're going to see 5+. I really do.
5?
Well, Collingwood had
Is SPS back?
5 2 weeks ago at the MCG, not this week, just gone the week before. They had 5, and Taylor Adams changed halfway through the first quarter.
Did he really?
Into or out of?
Out of.
Oh, shame.
You're not putting one on.
Yeah,
You're not going, gee, it's chilly
Shit,
out here.
it's a little bit cold.
You're not putting one on halfway through the first. Fuck, it's cold. So we give you a long sleeve. No, he came out of it, which is outrageous. You can't be doing that either,
No.
just so we know.
Okay.
But I would be on West Coast Eagles long sleeve watch.
What's the over-under you given?
Or
You're going 5 or 4?
we haven't seen more than 2 this year.
I'm going to say 3.5 is the line. I'll
Yep.
take the unders.
I'll be telling wet overs, 100% overs. I think 4+. Yep, great.
There you go.
I think
Hey,
this
this is obviously just a pride bet, but
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So SBS has
It's not
been
no
rocking
bet at
him,
all.
and I
It's
think
just a handshake.
Yeah, it's a
he's back after a suspension.
I think so.
Sam Persefsky Seaton.
Yeah.
He's been injured with a corky, mate.
He'll
He got
be back.
suspended.
He'll be back and in a long sleeve.
Yeah, so he's
Bloody-
been wearing.
well,
so
we
that's
need him to
definitely
play.
one.
We need him to play. I've got Andrew Gaff.
Yep,
in a
you
long
got
sleeve.
Yeah, you reckon he's going to go?
Yeah. I've got Jermaine Jones in one.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's 3. I've got I would have had Liam Ryan in one. He likes rugging up. He gets chilly, the big fella. I need a 4th.
You do need a 4th.
to get this over the line. Jaden
Oh
Hunt.
yes,
Hunt, yeah.
he
Thank
loves
you
a
very
roll,
much.
doesn't he?
Any other suggestions from the quarters over there? Jaden Hunt for 4. I'd like to go 5 though. I'm going to have a think about it as we go.
I'd love a ruckman Bailey Williams just to
No.
roll it out. Has that ever been done?
I don't think you
Ruckman
can
in
do
the
it
long
as a big
sleeve.
guy.
I don't know.
Didn't Peter Everett used to do it?
Yeah, that's rogue, but yeah. Yes, he did.
So there you
Anyway,
go.
that's what I'll be watching. I don't care about Harley Reid. He's just a kid. I want to watch how many long sleevers are out there on the weekend. Sure.
What about, speaking of long sleevers and Guernseys, the jumper swap? Right, so it's been a big thing in soccer for the longest time. That's been a state of the. Here we go.
Look at
Here's some
these.
vision. So we got some vision here.
Look at the
Who's in
fucking
better
size of the Hawk.
Who's in better shape here? Hawk.
Oh, Hawk. Got to be.
Absolutely Hawk.
So
Hawk
Jack
is just a
Revolt
fucking
and Tom
thick
Hawkins in the middle of the
slab of
ground after
meat.
the game here, swapping Guernseys.
I want to know who's asked who.
Oh, and he's got the marker out.
I reckon
didn't
this
know they
is
signed them.
pre-planned by
Yeah,
Jackie
gotta be.
Rewalt.
Got to be.
And what are they saying? Is it just a signature? Let's watch Jack. Jack's riding. Oh, you absolute muppet.
Get out of the way.
Get out of the way, mate.
We've got a trainer just standing right in the way, and he's riding. He's doing more than a signature.
They both are. They
I think
both
they
are.
definitely do more.
What are
than
they
a signature.
riding on their jumpers?
Hey mate, been
Well,
an
I imagine you'll be able to see it in this.
Is it a
in this
handshake or is it a
upcoming
slap
photo.
up?
Let's have a look here.
Okay, cuts out. That's
Cuts
fine.
out. So
The jumper swap.
jumper
Hammer,
swap.
I
I
wanna
don't.
ask you.
I don't like it personally.
You
I reckon
don't?
it's all show. It's like they're trying to copy things that have been happening in the soccer. They've been trying to copy the things now that's been
What's
happening
Tom
in the NBA.
Hawkins? I would ask what's Tom Hawkins going to do with a Jack Rewalt jumper? What are you
Yeah.
going to do with that? You're not putting it in your study.
No, you're not putting it
Not
in your
framing
study.
it and putting it up anyway.
You're certainly not.
Didn't Eddie Betts and Isaac Rankin swap jumpers a couple of years ago?
Yep, they
I
did.
think they did.
There's
You
been
would
more.
think that Rankin would look up to Eddie Betts as an idol.
And Eddie Betts said the same thing. Like, I know but I think something along the lines of the future of young, exciting Indigenous small forwards is in good hands.
Great. That makes sense.
There's a bit of sentiment there.
Rewalt and Hawkins.
The funny thing is their careers have been so similar. Drafted at the same time. They've played 2 less games than one another.
Wow.
Like, they're only 2 games off after all these years. It's incredible. And they've kicked something like 1,500 goals between them. And they're like very similar on goals. Everything is like, they've won premierships. It's like very mirrored.
Cam Guthrie famously swapped Chris Judd's second last game as like a 20 gamer for Geelong. Played on him in a game, just asked for his jumper, got it off him.
Wow.
So, and Judd hadn't renounced his retirement by then.
No, because he did his ACL and then just called it quits, Judd.
That's a very good point.
So, wow.
Did Cam Guthrie know he was going to do his ACL next week?
Probably
because that sounds like what's what you were leading towards.
I didn't. I forgot that he done his
Mate,
ACL.
to be honest, like, I don't mind the jumper swap. I don't think it's going to be commonplace. But, like, these guys have played 334 and 336 games. They're legends of the AFL.
I will tell you now, Hammer, and you know this, there's only 2 jumpers per person at the
year.
footy club. So
Yes.
if you gave one away, you would have one.
Yep.
They would have to go and order another to get one back.
Yeah, it'd be, but like, and that's the thing. So I would, if I was at my third, if I played my one game, I'm not going to give it away. But like, for example,
But Tom Hawkins doesn't have 5 jumpers lying around.
no, he doesn't. But and it would be an inconvenience for the club to get another one. But if like Jake Waterman did that, for example, we spoke about Jake before, played 50 odd games. It's like, hey mate, like what the fuck are you doing? Now we got to get another one.
Need the jumper back.
Tom Hawkins trades one, and he's played 334. I think he's got a little bit of clout around the Geelong Footy Club.
That reminds me. So, Liam Ryan did a swap after Sir Doug Nicholls' round, but West Coast had organised a post game
Dirty jumper auction.
and I remember looking at his and his went for thousands. I can't remember the exact, but it went high, and so then obviously he'd already swapped his Guernsey out. So was he having to go, hey, I need my Guernsey back because we've just auctioned it?
Absolutely. They wouldn't have sold a random one.
Did you see what Nick Dacos is auctioned for? The Anzac Day one?
No.
$16,000.
Holy shit.
His worn Anzac Day jumper this year.
What are you doing with that?
Oh, probably
You frame it, but it's
wanking on it.
maybe. Yep.
You're going to die.
I don't have anything serious, but I've just got a little tickle in my
Get a
throat.
COVID test in here, please.
I'm just going to quickly get up and stand over there and cough my lungs
Yeah,
out.
go for it.
please.
When you come back, we're going to. I want to keep talking about Collingwood. Did you ever get anyone else's Guernsey?
Sorry, we may lose Hammer to death. Did I ever get anyone else's Guernsey? No, absolutely.
Anyone
fucking
ask
not.
for yours?
I'm alive.
Who the fuck would ask for my jumper, Mum? Seriously,
I don't know.
seriously. Jordan Nagoe, here, have this, mate.
That's a reminder.
Have this, buddy.
It happens a lot in state footy, like the state league guys who have played more than one game, because you keep your WA jumper.
Right.
So, like, for guys who play their second game, they're always looking for an SA bloke to trade with.
Why?
Because you just want 2 jumpers. They're cool as.
But what are you going to do with the SA
I don't know.
jumper?
Just keep it in. What do you do with your West Coast jumpers? You have them, and it's like, yep,
Very
I've got
good
them.
point. They're
It's
in a box.
Exactly, they're in a box. It's just nice to know you have them. I gave Matt Allen my one last year.
Did you?
Because I didn't play in it. So I was like, I don't need this, mate. You can have it. So now he doesn't have to swap.
Great.
There you
I like that a lot.
A mother. It was Mother's Day on the weekend, and a mother gave a pre-footy.
Segway.
Pre-footy address. We've got a video up here. So Collingwood. Oh, here a mother. One mother, please.
We got some audio here. No. Is it another fader? Because last week it was.
No, it's the phone one, but it might be.
Bo McCreary's mum. For anyone who hasn't seen it and is watching,
That's right.
or who's listening, we can't hear it yet.
We can't hear it. I think I don't think we're going to hear it. I think there's a problem there.
Okay.
Technical
So
difficulty.
his mum's come in to give the pre-game address, right? So this would usually be done by. It's always the coach, right? A little pump up.
Yes. I mean, you've plugged it into the TV down middle of the thing. Isn't it meant to be plugged into the computer over there?
It
I would
also
have thought.
runs through that as well. But
Damo, go and chuck it into the computer, mate. I reckon that'll do nicely. No. That's the monitor. The computer, the PC.
PC.
The PC. You got it. You got it.
What does PC stand for?
A piece of
Personal computer.
piece of
There you
crap.
go.
Personal computer.
up
Makes
the
a lot
top.
of sense,
There's
doesn't
a thing on top behind the label printer.
It was actually plugged in on the back in the last one.
This is a little behind the scenes of what goes on technically at BackChat.
Yeah.
For anyone listening and not watching the YouTube
Yeah, sorry about that.
who can't see anything.
Yeah, I just really wanted to hear her address because I haven't heard it, to be honest.
Neither have I actually.
I have. I listened to it today. It was pretty good.
Okay.
We're getting a bit of static. Maybe that means we are going to get something here.
Give it a go.
I mean, there's 4 of you over there. One of you should be able to fix it up, shouldn't you?
And I can't.
Nah.
No, that's not it.
You know what?
Oh. Nope.
Nah. Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's move
I
on.
really want to hear it.
Do yourself a favour and go and watch it.
Yeah,
okay.
do yourself a
What
go
happened?
watch it.
Bo's mum came
Bo's
in
mum
and
comes in
addressed
and she,
the Collingwood
and she
Football
goes,
Club.
Go hard, and like she just gets to the point where she builds herself up. Go hard at the footy. They all
Really?
go nuts. And when you're in front of goals, make it count.
No
Everyone just
way.
erupts. It's awesome. It's
Really?
really, really good. So do yourself a favour and watch that.
He looks sort of awkward about his mum being.
Oh yeah,
there.
very awkward.
It looks
Not
like
as
he's
awkward
surprised.
as. Did you see that other game? Oh my god, I think it was the Adelaide game. Roaming BT afterwards went down in the rooms.
Who did he
spoke
interview?
to a player's mum who was pissed, like proper
Was
pissed.
it Soldo?
drunk.
No. Is that right?
Nah, I think it Jake Saligo's mum.
Samson Ryan.
Samson Ryan's mum, proper pissed. And she's like, and he's like interviewing her, and she's like, yep, everyone's come along. I've met the girlfriend today for the first time. And BT's like, oh, so what did you think about her? Oh, she was lovely. Like, really good. Anyway, brought the girlfriend over. Lily, come on.
Oh,
brought Lily over.
boy.
Lily's just like pale as a ghost. Lily, what did you think of mum on the first go? Oh, well, she's a bit plastered, but she's great. Oh, I'd kill my mum.
If my mum
be
got bought
so
in,
angry.
Mum listens to this. So if my mum got bought in, I'll be very, very happy. Let's move on.
Yeah,
We're not
let's
fixing it.
move on. That's all right, guys.
You can move on. You're the host. You can just start talking about something else.
Yeah, we're going to go to.
What are you yelling over there for? You can just move on.
Well, we need Damo for the next bit. We're going to go to play a bit of our favourite Tina Turner little sting into.
I can sing it if you want.
Yeah.
Swimply the best.
That was nice. A little twang on it. A little bit of twang on that.
Yeah, it's bloody right. Swimply the best.
Really the best. It's the Airbnb for pools. If you haven't got a pool but you want to swim in one, you can just go on the website, go on the app, look around pools in the area. You can hire one. It's that easy.
You can hire Dan's.
My bill, can I just say this? My bill, my electricity and water bill recently, through the roof. First time I've ever had a pool. It's so expensive
Right.
to have a pool.
So we should actually download Swimply.
I need either people to come swim in my pool to help
people-
me pay for the bills, or I just screw having a pool.
You're
Just use
gonna
Swimply.
you're gonna put cement in it.
No, I'm going to drain it and skate in it.
Yeah, because
obviously.
you're a legend.
Sorry.
Yeah, because Dan's sick.
But
Yeah.
don't drain your pool. Download Swimply. Someone else's pool, or sell your pool for money.
Can you sell a pool?
Yeah, you
You
can sell
can
your
rent
pool.
it out.
Yeah, sell the pool by the hour. Absolutely.
Exactly.
On Swimply.
Swimply.
That's right.
What are you
Exactly
fucking
right.
talking
I think
about?
they're
Is
like
it fucking genuinely the platform of Swimply? Yeah, you can. By the hour. Do it.
Yeah, do it. And I mean, Dan obviously has put his up, so
Yes.
you'll be able to find
Yeah.
that somewhere.
You're being such a bitch about it. He
You
hasn't put it
are.
up. He hasn't
You
put
are
it
being
up.
a-
He's being
I
a bitch
mean,
about
yeah.
it. Just do it. You don't have to accept anyone.
No, I'll do. I want to rent it out. I'm going to do it. You know what? I'm tired of being pushed around. I'm going to do it.
Thank you.
Swimply. All right, let's go to the first moment. This comes from the Collingwood GWS game on the weekend. Bobby Hill gives us a screamer of a goal. It's right on the boundary line.
You're going to take that out, by the way, GWS. But if you don't, this is what happens. Bobby Hill from the boundary looks inside, says, you know what? Go fuck yourself. Straight through the
cheers.
middle.
Cheers.
That's
cheers.
against his old side.
I love the little banana along the ground.
You would absolutely be spewing up if you were GWS.
Oh, that
happened
ball goes
against
out
you.
of bounds 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, but less about that, more about Bobby Hill, less
Oh,
for the
yeah.
club.
Holy
Holy shit.
I did.
All right, we've just got a little taste of moment two.
I have
Patrick
not seen
Parnell.
this.
This is the Patrick Parnell mark.
This is the guy who looks like a
Adelaide
child.
St Kilda
Oh
bang.
my
Oh my
God.
Oh my fuck. That is enormous.
It's on
It does look like a child
He
too.
is.
Jeez.
It's on-
And a good kick.
Chiseler.
That is a beautiful.
Can we just? Oh, here we go. Here's his
Oh, it's a
replay.
little replay. It's on Jack Higgins. You've absolutely sat all over him.
A knee on either side of the of
Is there anything better than that this year?
Wearing his knees as earrings, old Jack.
Himmelberg Mark's probably still up there.
The big
pretty
kahuna,
big.
speaking of marks.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this is moment
Straight out of
for-
Kahuna, WA.
Oh, on Tom Hickey.
Yeah.
That might be better.
The big
You reckon that
kahuna.
one's
It's
better?
not going to get it, but the other one was on Higgins. That one's on Tom Hickey. He's over 200 centimetres tall.
Shit.
That is
Bang.
big. He's on his skull.
That is massive.
And lands on the fantasy enigma in Will Gould, I believe I can see under that pack. Is that correct? It is. Hello, Will. Nice to see you. I've been on my bench in emergency for the last 10 years, mate.
Pulp Fiction style, the big kahuna burger.
Wow, Josh Tracy.
That is, stop
Yeah.
at nothing. Yeah, more like stop when you get to the top because that
Yeah,
was fucking huge.
Absolutely. So moment one, Bobby Hill goal from the pocket there.
Yeah,
Yes.
how big's your dick umpire? That
That
big.
big.
That big. Moment two, Patrick Parnell. Or is it Parnell or Parnell?
Who cares? He won't listen. Parnell.
It might be.
He could
He's
be.
a forward, probably not.
And Josh Tracy.
So you can vote on those
those
on
tomorrow.
Instagram, backchat __
What won
jump in
last
our
week? Because I
stories.
remember getting right up and about for the first one. I don't think it
It
won.
was
Gary Ablett. Yeah,
Yeah.
Gary Ablett won, and I went bananas for the MyCheck one.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, we
I
said-
liked Gary Ablett. Got to be honest. I've
cool.
I've
sort of
voted for Ablett.
nostalgia in that one. They did also. So Patrick Parnell mark. They had the team address afterwards. I'm not going to because the audio's not working. Won't play it. But the team got around. And the coach got
you
up.
told me
and
not to watch this, so I could watch this.
Yeah, that's right. You
this.
can watch it after. The coach got up and he said, "Hey, everyone, let's just have a look at this mark. Everyone's just stoked about it." And because Adelaide's sponsored by Toyota, he said the guys at Toyota were watching that mark, and even if you don't win the car at the end of the year, they've said they're going to come through and they're going to give you a car for that mark.
I thought it was a stitch up.
Yeah, I'm getting there, mate.
Oh, it's very deep. Keep going.
And so everyone's going Burko. Here we go. Everyone's going Burko for it, and
Everyone's going what?
Burko.
Yeah, bananas. I'm with Burko. Yeah, Burko.
Yeah, they're stoked for him.
Never heard that
Absolutely brilliant. You're getting a
You've been
car.
living in a shoebox.
So the video here, the coach is giving the address. GM of the Toyota was watching in the crowd. I'll let you guys have a look here on YouTube. Just search BackChat on YouTube and you can see
like
this.
a child.
He does look like a child.
I mean, we can. Yeah, I mean, we got to keep talking over this.
Yeah,
isn't it?
unbelievable
that's right.
partnership, longest running partnership in the AFL.
Yeah, coach
There
is
are
still giving
words,
the
there's
spiel.
subtitles here, and we received a phone call today.
Yep.
So impressed were they that they have decided to award Paddy with a car. Fuck me.
Yeah, and he is stoked. Everyone's going around him.
He'd be shitting himself. He just couldn't believe this
Yeah,
is true.
this little boy, I don't think he's even old enough to have a license. No, he is.
He's
a
on the
man.
bike. He's driving
He's
a
man's
bike.
man. So here comes the car coming into the...
Oh, my God.
My golly gosh, that is very, very, very good.
I'd be
brought in a
fucking
kid-
fuming.
They've got in a kid's little Toyota Porsche.
How's the heart rate, Paddy? Yeah, through the fucking roof, Nixie. You fuckhead. Oh, that
I'd rate
would
that.
hurt.
That's
Yeah,
good, right?
hilarious.
A good little stitch up.
That's great.
I got 7 in tipping this week.
Did you?
And I thought, I'm up and about again.
I bet you beat
Every
Hobart.
single week I
Hobart
get...
to beat West Coast.
Yeah.
How
I
much-
got
how much
7.
You get?
I
You got 7.
You got 7 and you picked West Coast.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Don't lie.
that was the only one...
That was the only one I got
wrong.
wrong. I got 2 wrong. I got the
Yeah.
Carlton one wrong. I tipped Richmond.
You
Sorry.
tipped Richmond
No,
to
hang on.
beat
Sorry.
Geelong.
Sorry, I tipped Richmond to beat Geelong. Yes.
Did you?
No,
you?
sorry. I got the fuck me. I got the Geelong one wrong.
Yes.
And I got the West Coast one right. I
picked
tipped
Freo.
Tipped Freo to beat. Well, I tip Freo every week, so
Do
that's
you?
handy. Yep.
Why do you pick Freo every week? There's no gun to your head on that one. Why
Nah,
do
I
you,
just
do you
love
pick
them, mate.
Melbourne every week?
Yep.
No, you don't.
Tip with your heart.
No wonder you last
No,
in the
you
West
don't.
Tipping comp.
Yeah, I tip Freo and West Coast and Melbourne every week.
I don't know if you're lying.
I'm serious, unless they play each other, obviously, and in which case,
Who do you pick?
well, if anyone plays West Coast, I have to tip West Coast.
Yeah.
But if the two of them, if Melbourne and
Melbourne and
Freo play against each other, I just tip who's in form.
This is full-blown family love here. This is a love
Of
fest.
course, mate.
But you picking them doesn't support them. Just
It
saying no.
Supports them.
For who?
Just for me.
Is it for you?
Yeah, it's for me.
Is it you supporting your brothers?
Yeah,
That's how you best support them?
That's how I best support them.
So who do you pick when they play each other?
Whoever's in form at the time.
Please talk about this tomorrow when the Brayshaws come
I
on
will.
the pod. What about...
will.
so do you tip one but then go for the other on the day just to even it out?
You cheer for any of them?
When I watch Melbourne versus Freo, I don't care about the result. I just like to watch the two of them go at it.
Need that like Fox Footy red button just to follow.
Just to
the
follow them,
brothers.
get the Telstra tracker on them. No, there was a really good moment
Press
in their
red
first.
for Ed.
Yeah, in Andrew's first year, they played up in Darwin, and Angus they actually had a bit of a go at each other. Angus tried to sell the candy off play on off the mark and try and go around him, and Andrew just floored him holding the ball.
Wow.
And they just started fucking fighting each other on the floor. And Petrarca was there and went to help out, realised it was Andrew, and then just ran away.
That's good.
I'm just let him play on.
Writing notes feverishly for when I
Yeah.
get to ask them
Very good.
on the
Yep.
podcast.
Very excited about that.
First time the Brayshaw brothers have ever done a podcast
It's a
all
BackChat
together.
exclusive, yeah.
Absolutely,
so
it is.
It is. It's going to be the first time, and I'm looking forward to it.
You have all spoken together at the same time, haven't you? You have been.
Probably, yeah.
Yes.
We've been in a room together talking.
Good.
All right, so Richmond beat Geelong. I tipped Geelong, obviously. I don't know why I can't pick a.
Why did you pick Richmond?
No, I didn't.
Oh, sorry. I forgot already.
I almost tipped West Coast on the Friday when we were
You told
here
me you
working.
did pick West
I was
Coast.
like, I'm feeling up and about. This is going to be
What
a win.
did you like
Friday
about
night.
them? Do
it
you
was all
listen to
gut.
me when I talk them up?
It was all gut.
you know-
No, I don't listen to the Shelter Footy cast.
No, not
Well,
Shut Up Footycast, just in general. When I talk West Coast up, do you
I
listen?
think I talk them up more than you do.
Right.
I always back them in for a win, but I hardly tip them.
Right.
Not like that.
Right.
Um,
That was,
you-
one of the worst games I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was
Who else
awful.
played?
Sydney Freo. Freo, first time they've beaten Sydney in Sydney since 2011.
Would you have just take your love fest out of the game? Would you pick Freo in Sydney at the moment without that? I don't think you would. You would have been in the minority.
I would have been in the minority. I probably wouldn't have. If it was this week, I would because of injuries to Sydney.
Yes.
But before the game, no.
Yes.
North Melbourne.
Yeah, complete snooze fest.
Yeah.
North Melbourne, doesn't matter who they play.
No, but was there booing?
don't-
Yeah, there was booing.
There was, but we were hit up on Twitter. So I was hit up on Twitter by a North fan. A big shout out, my man on Twitter. You know who you are. Had some back and forth messages with him, and he's had some little struggles, but he's going bloody well now. He went down with his niece, I believe, to North Melbourne. North Melbourne fan down to Tasmania, was disgusted with the pitiful booing. It wasn't heartfelt. Apparently, it was really
Just a token boo.
undertoned.
Like, almost like we had
They
obligatory
should have
booing.
been giving it to Horn Francis.
course,
They
absolutely.
should have been giving
That
it
was
to
the
him.
only.
They should have
play
been
well?
fucking. They should have been cheering for him, honestly.
Did he
Because
play well?
he left and we got the big shees.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, true.
Shit, yeah, they should be cheering.
Yep.
It's a win-win for all parties.
Okay.
What about Hawks Melbourne?
Yuck. Just irrelevant at the moment, Hawthorn.
I've got Hawthorn bolded here on the run sheet, but Melbourne definitely won that.
Hawthorn didn't win? They kicked one goal in the first half. That's how they went. Just in case you missed that one, it was a fucking riveting
watch that
game.
one.
See you later.
Brisbane Essendon. I reckon Brisbane are back.
I don't at all. They played at the Gabba. They always win at the Gabba. It's
Gabba's
a
a hard
slippery
spot to
slugfest up there, and they win every game they ever play up there. They're nowhere near back. Essendon aren't actually that good.
No. They started very strong, but they've dropped right off.
Essendon are no good.
No, I think they're okay.
Nah,
but,
they're
like,
no
not
good.
great.
They've got no team. Who's their full forward? Name their full forward or their centre forward.
Jake Stringer.
No,
Is it
2 metre
2
Peter.
meter Peter now, or is he not
no,
playing
he's
anymore?
out for the year.
Their full forward is Archie Perkins.
Correct, something like that. Seriously,
He
and,
plays half
and their
on flank, I
fullback.
think.
I'll take their fullback at notice as well.
Jordan Ridley.
That wasn't playing on the weekend, but he's not their fullback.
Mason Redmond.
They don't have a spine. They're spineless.
Sam
Right?
Draper plays
They're
in the middle.
spineless. He's a ruckman.
That's
and
part of the spine.
They're spineless. They might have a vertebrae stuck in the middle. It's a floating one though, because it's not attached to anything. Okay, they're spineless.
Yeah, okay.
The Bombers will be no good. They won't make finals.
Okay, Western Bulldog. Carlton, just shit.
Yeah.
Why are
Michael-
Carlton just so bad?
Michael
Great
Voss
question. Perennial
is
bed shitters.
they do Carlton well at the moment. Carlton, they shit the bed hard.
Absolutely.
Collingwood GWS at the G was okay.
Yep.
Wasn't
Adelaide
great.
St Kilda.
Cracking game. Go the Crows.
Did you watch it?
Yeah. Mate, the Crom are great. They're actually a real ball
Crom
club.
like top four. I saw Robbo on 360 say they're going to win the flag.
Mate, they're a
I'm not
like,
joking.
I don't think they're going to win the flag.
Oh, Robbo.
But like I was speaking about this today. It's like, have you seen Moneyball with Billy Bean?
Yeah.
That's what it's like, I think. Just a bunch of dudes that are just popping up and playing good footy.
I tell you what,
Like Jake Saligo's popping up. Did you know who he was before the
no,
start of the
but
year?
do you know that he's a top 20 draft pick?
Yeah, well, I didn't, but now I do. It's like he's a star. Like Lockie Murphy, he's playing good footy. They're all playing. Phil Thorpe
Michelini.
playing good.
Michelini.
Michelini playing good footy. Like they're all just little ball players that are getting out there and getting it done.
Rankin, got Rochelle, got the captain who's. That's outrageous.
Dawson,
second
star.
year at the football club captain. That's outrageous.
yeah, but like-
is that what you've done?
Yeah.
They're going well, though.
Yeah, but like Gun.
What are you blokes doing? Where are you on the ladder?
We're 6. We lost again on the weekend. Not very good.
Okay.
Mighty Royals. We went 3-0 and now we've gone 0-3. So we're even ledger.
Sort them out, please.
Okay.
That's right.
That's
Hammer?
tipping.
Yeah.
Eight got it done. $250 Canfield voucher. I have emailed it out already.
So no one got 9 this week.
No nines because no one would have picked Geelong to lose or Freo and the other one.
Yep.
So 8 got it done. Keep getting your tips in. Even if you're not up near the top, you can win the weekly prize of a $250 Canfield voucher. And if you do win, I want to see some photos, some tagged photos of the Canfield. Free beers.
It's not hard to take a photo of
I know
a beer.
$250 might get you about 3 beers these days, but it's pretty good. $250.
It is pretty good.
Tell you what.
All right, Hammer, get out of here. We need to talk about
Awesome. I need a
real,
piss.
We need to
real
have a real
stuff.
serious chat.
Real serious chat.
Real serious
Damo,
chat.
hit the music.
Gamble responsibly.
No, there's no music. Don't worry. I was just joking. All right, gamble responsibly. BlueBet. Okay, now we were talking earlier about what we're doing with BlueBet.
Yeah, we were.
We do love working with BlueBet.
Yeah, we do.
thought we've been enjoying being the only podcast, nay, probably the only betting platform in the country or in the world that just goes behind their backman, right, and backs them in.
Hammer's just opened the garage door and not opened it enough and now rolling
Indiana
out.
Jones out of the garage.
Yeah, look.
Okay, so we've done it for the last couple of weeks, backing backmen to get spoils. That's what they do best.
That's about all they do, let's be honest. I mean, they win premierships, of course, but backmen just get the job done. When it needs to be done one-on-one, you don't send a mid in there.
No.
Right? You don't send you saw a shit, don't send the forwards in there. I mean, we've seen what I mean, one of these blokes won the Coleman the last 3 years. He can't kick for goal. That says all you need to say about it forwards.
Mm-hmm.
Harry Mackay won a Coleman, can't kick for goal.
Cannot.
Awesome. Great. What a great medal. You can win it. 3 years later, can't play. Ollie Wines, about the same in the midfield, to be really honest, quite frankly. Wow.
Okay.
How's he going this year?
Yeah, not good.
His team's going well. But back on the backs.
Yes.
They don't have an award, so we've got an award coming up. But I thought, how about we just give the people what we want? We did it last week, $4 multi for 5 of the best backmen to spoil. So BlueBet don't know this, but I've just been picking the best 5 blokes every week, putting them in a multi. They've been butchering the market. I cleaned them out 2 weeks in a row. Went for 3, $2.75 multi. We put the top 5 backmen in, and we went 5 plus.
5 plus. So I'll read them out.
I'll tell you how much they got off the top of my head.
Okay.
This is off the top of my head.
Tom Barras.
He had 19 fucking spoils.
Huge.
19.
Is that a record?
19. It'd be close to a record. Charlie? I'm not asking you. I'm asking you to look it up.
Brennan Cox.
Brennan Cox, not Brendan. Brennan Cox had 8.
Close. 7.
7. That's still plus 5.
Sam Collins.
He had 8.
Okay. No, he had 7. Isava Radigalia.
He had 8.
He had 8. Well done.
So they're all plus 5.
Yep.
Right.
We had one more leg.
So they were 4 out of the 5. And we think coming into the
So the record is 21, by the way.
Oh.
Close.
held by
It is held by Josh Gibson.
Josh Gibson. Gibbo.
Okay,
That's very good. So coming into the last game of the year, and Hammer can't hear us, he's out of the room.
Of the round.
Last game of the round, but it may as well have been year as far as this BlueBet BackChat thing's concerned, because we're guaranteed money. Put another $50 on this, $2.75.
We've got one person left who has been...
And if you had to pick a backman that needed to get 5 spoils in the league,
Yep.
you had one bloke to pick, I would have picked this bloke.
Yep.
So
Should we just
coming
say
into the
name?
Collingwood GWS game, we need one bloke to get 5 spoils. And that man
Old Faithful.
is Jack fucking Buckley.
Yeah, of course.
Our fucking backman
Our
of the
guy.
year leader.
Yep.
You're not going to pick anyone else. I promise. Gun to my head, Jack Buckley would be my man.
Yep.
I'm calling this on 6PR. Got champion data stats sitting in front of me, right? The game's going on. I'm not even fucking watching. I couldn't care less. I've got a fucking giant blown up screen in front of me, magnified, spoils. And I just keep pressing it to the
Refresh.
top. To the top. Refresh. Himmelberg's getting spoils. He's playing 40, he's getting spoils. we got, I don't know who else. Jack Buckley had 1 spoil at 3/4 time. And I'm thinking,
1 at 3/4 time.
I'm still thinking, you know what, it's Jack Buckley. He'll get
Yeah.
done. 10 seconds into the last quarter, he put a spoil into the 10th row of the bloody pavilion over at one side, members pavilion, MCC stand.
The North Stand.
3 minutes later, another spoil. She's had 3 spoils. 4 minutes later, 4
Another
spoils.
one.
15 minutes to go, he needs 1 spoil. Like,
Yeah.
the bet's over.
Yeah.
Jack Buckley, of course he gets a fucking spoil.
You just went and booked a holiday. You spent your money.
Doesn't get the spoil. So, look,
Ends with 4.
you know, it's a pass for mine. If it was anyone else, I'd be angry. But it's Jack. I'm not angry.
Not angry.
I'm proud of him. I'm proud what he's done as a player this year. And he couldn't get it done for us, but that's okay because I'll keep backing him in because he's a backman. He's a true backman. Just fucked our multi this week.
Absolutely.
Looking to save thousands on your next car and bundle your running costs, Hammer?
Yes, I am.
Look no further than Fleet Network. I thought you might be. Salary package your car and unlock savings and benefits with a novated lease.
Novated, yep.
Novated leasing, you'll use your pre-tax income to pay for your car and running costs like fuel, servicing, rego, insurance. I wonder if they pay fines.
They better. Parking fines, speeding fines.
Paid mine yet?
Yep. Fine.
You have?
Yeah, I've done it.
Okay, thank you.
Nice.
This lowers your taxable income, saving you money. You should worry about this because bringing that taxable income, that big one of yours that you're rolling around with, saving you money and reducing the cost of running your car. Your repayment is drawn from your salary, so you don't need to do a thing, Hammer.
Wow.
Not needing to do a thing. That's got to be a
I
positive.
mean, I do like doing no things.
What's more, they'll source your choice of car from their nationwide supplier network and negotiate exclusive discounts. It sounds like Patreons, and I mean patrons. Plus, you pay no upfront fees and no GST on your car's purchase price. As novated leasing and salary packaging experts for more than 25 years. How old are you?
I'm 25. There you go.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you.
wow.
Me and Novated.
Fleet Network will make your move to novated leasing simple and stress-free. Getting started is easy. Contact Fleet Network today or visit their website, www.fleetnetwork.com.au to get started and feel the freedom of novated leasing. I know you don't like it when I say www.
You didn't put a dot
Yeah,
after it.
www Fleet. I think there's a dot in there.
Okay, you guys figure it out. You know what to do. Fleetnetwork.com.au. Freedom. I wanted to reiterate that we spoke about it at the top of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Fleet Network are giving away to all of our listeners. It originally was just to our patrons.
Now it's
But
everyone.
we extended it because some of our patrons took advantage of it. There's a couple of patrons already in the draw.
Great.
You need to sign and settle with Fleet Network on one of their deals, fleetnetwork.com.au, for your chance to go into the running for a fully catered VIP box at an AFL game this year. Can't tell you which game it's
In
going to
Perth.
be, but if you just think about who works for this company, Gareth Gibson, and you think about potential AFL clubs he could be associated with, that'll give you a clue of what's going on. So
It's a pretty fucked up good deal.
I would say it doesn't matter who plays. Honestly,
mean,
you're not going to see much of the
watching
footy.
it.
I've
You're
been
going to spend
to-
a lot of time at the
yeah.
bar. You're going to have your chicken.
Sorry. No, you won't. You'll be spending a lot of time at your seat with drinks being given to you. It's
Yeah,
fucking
true.
awesome. I've been to one of those boxes before, and you just
had
get
40
there-
sliders.
You get there an hour early. You
Chicken
leave an hour
nuggets.
afterwards. You have chicken nuggets, sliders, beers, chicken nuggets,
Sushi.
beers, sushi, beers. Great mix. Not great for the stomach, but my goodness, you go and novated yourself a lease, and you get in that running. I'll tell you what, it's worth it.
Don't need to tell them twice.
Yeah,
Just get it
Absolutely.
done.
Do you know who you might watch in this box? Lockie Schultz.
Oh, shooter! What a guy!
Shooter. Who
It's
is
shooter's time.
our guest on
Hey, pieces of
BackChat.
shit like you for breakfast.
You piece of
Piece of shit
bread.
for breakfast.
No.
All timeline.
Oh yeah, shit yeah.
So Lockie Schultz on the pod tomorrow. Like he's
I underestimated what
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
fan favourite he is of Fremantle fans. Our socials went fucking
Mate,
bananas.
they love him. He's a star.
As they should.
I
because
love him.
He was a star on the podcast.
Yep.
Understated a little bit. I think he's
Country
very
boy, country
thoughtful.
Victorian. Where
Like,
is he? Echuca?
Yeah, Echuca, which is actually from Moama. He's across the border.
there you go.
So I called him a Vic country boy, but he's born
Lives
in
in New South
Moama.
Wales. There you go.
High amounts of apologies to our guest and our listeners. But I just loved his chats. His story is so unique. He perhaps has the most unique contract situation in the AFL. You have to listen to the podcast to hear what that is. And just his journey. He was a mature age draft pick. He came in, he got delisted, he got rookied. He's now absolutely chopping up games. He kicked 4 goals on the weekend. Like, holy moly.
Yeah, he's a legend.
He's a fucking star. Real nice bloke too,
Yep.
and just a
Ripper.
good fella.
He's a knockabout guy, you know?
He knocks about town. He's just a good fella. Now, I mean, I don't know if I've spoken to you about this, Dan, but I called. I'm not going to say who this person was that I spoke to Joe about the other day, but I was somewhere last week with someone speaking, and I spoke to rang Scully straight
You did.
afterwards. I said, mate, he didn't pick up. I said, Scully, call me back. Calls back the phone, mate. You fucking need to get this bloke on your podcast.
Was it Ruben Jimmy?
No, it wasn't Ruben Jimmy. Can't say who it is because obviously
Yes.
we need to put it out there. But
a good point.
It's
Right.
I'm
So is
putting
this-
feelers out.
This doesn't have to do with Lockie Schultz.
Doesn't have to do with Lockie
Okay,
Schultz. It's
just
just
someone
like,
you're excited about?
Because
I'm excited.
Every time we say it, it's like, oh,
Can you tell us on
this guy's-
Patreon after this?
Yeah, I'll tell you who I will be trying to get on. It's like you say it every time. Like this will be a top 5. This guy's top 5.
Yeah.
I listened to this bloke speak and was fucking pissing my pants. It was so funny.
I'm going to tell our patrons, if we're going to tell who that guest is, I'm going to tell patrons who our very special guest will be in our 100th episode, which is next week.
Yep.
I'll be dropping the live special guest after this
shit.
show on Patreon.
All right, awesome.
You send it, we read it.
It's actually grown on me a lot.
That sting?
Little
You
sting.
send it. We
I love
might
it.
read it.
I loved it from the very first moment. Lidville Cameras sponsor this. We get all of
Yeah,
your
they do.
camera gear from, but they also
I was in
provide
there,
us.
Mate, wait, yeah, sorry.
Sorry, with our
promise.
microphones, stands, lights, everything we need to make this podcast. You were in there.
Happy to reveal it now. Mother's Day. We spoke about it a week earlier, and I was rushing around and clicking on links. I had tabs opened up everywhere. I was trying Matty Taberner's up everywhere. Right? And
Printed out pictures of tabs for Alex.
I was trying to get something to do for Mother's Day, and you go, you know, Mother's Day's not till next week, don't you, mate? And I was like, I had no idea. I spent 2 hours.
I also stitched you up because I was like, oh, what are you doing for Mother's Day? You panicked for the next 2 hours. I was
Yes.
like, it's not for 2 weeks.
Yeah, correct. Anyway, it might have been nice to say that 2 minutes after you told me rather than let me put the Taberners across the thing. Anyway,
Taberners.
long story short, week goes on. We get to this Friday just gone, and I still don't have anything done.
Yeah.
Who do I call? Lydia.
Lydia, of
I'm
course
not
you do.
joking. I called him. Said, Lydia, I need something printed out, mate. Can I come in? He said, mate, come in, I'll sort you out. Went upstairs to the print lab, had some professional photos that were lying around, just beautiful professional photos of the family. I was up there, walked up, I airdropped these photos to the lovely girls upstairs. I bought my frame up there. No special service for me because I was a BackChat, because I didn't want it. It was a 2-hour turnaround. They were fully framed, huge big frame, fully printed out. Like,
Brilliant.
I could not have done any better for Mother's Day gift, and it was all thanks to Leadable Cameras. That's a true story.
Shit,
There you go.
Yeah, they sort you out, don't they? 2 hours is a quick turnaround.
What did you get your mum for Mother's Day, Hammer?
We get her a bottle of champagne every year. Very easy to please my mother. It's just, I want bubbles, and you guys pay. It's normally a bottle of Mum champagne, M-U-M-M, but we've just been buying that obligatory because it was her and it was Mother's Day. And I think like 4 or 5 years ago, she was pissed one night. We were out and we were just talking about it. And someone brought out a bottle of Piper Hendricks champagne, which is pretty similar in price. Yep. And she just said, God, this is my absolute favourite. And we were like, Mum, do you want us to get you this for Mother's Day? Yeah. God, yeah. So anyway, we go to that. Yeah, that's just an easy one for Mum.
Yeah.
They are
Very nice. All right, so
Leadable
usually
Cameras.
we read out emails at this point.
Yes.
Because you send us an email and we'll read it.
We might
if
read
it's
it,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
hello@backchatpodcast.com.au.
Yeah.
So we
case
putting
you
the show
forgot.
together a bit earlier. Went to our email. Nothing. Just
Nothing.
nothing.
No email.
What are those things that jump across the screen in like a country western?
Tumbleweeds, yeah.
Literally-
Crickets in the BackChat
Crickets,
email.
tumbleweeds, everything that signifies nothing.
Emailless.
Emailless. Not
It's
a single
the
email.
first time on the eve of our 100th show, the first time in our history, even show 2, we had emails.
Yeah.
No emails.
Everyone, I'll tell you what they're doing. I mean, we have spoken a lot about wank chat on this, and I'm going to draw a similar parallel. Please.
But we had positive feedback on the wank chat.
Yeah, we've had very
but
positive
we had some
feedback.
negative feedback. So just
Okay, well, it's almost as if our listeners are just edging for the 100th episode,
Jeepers, hammer.
which is where you get yourself right there and thereabouts.
Yeah.
They're getting themselves ready,
well,
and they're going to fucking explode.
I
next week.
expect our inbox to be inundated because
Yes.
I know our fans are there. They just couldn't be fucked
they're
on
just,
an
they're
email
just
this
waiting.
week.
And obviously, everyone who does write in will be ready to watch Dan fight Lydio when the time comes.
Is that the special guest?
Yeah, the special guest is Dan fighting Lydio.
You'll find out on Patreon.
hello@backchatpodcast.com.au. Now, we do have an email from 8 days ago. So it just missed out on last episode, but I'm pulling it in to this week's episode because
Okay.
we need an email to read out, of course. And it's actually a bloody good one.
Sure.
Great.
The person it's from has been
Skip
deleted from...
again? Is it Skip?
Who's this? Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless.
I think it was Maria. Was it Maria?
Okay,
The
we're rolling
name
with
has been
Maria.
deleted from him.
Maria.
I'm just going to read it out.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Will and
Great.
Dan and Hamish.
Please tell us more of what you
I'm
do.
old enough to remember Graham Farmer and Sid Jackson playing for East Perth, so I've listened and watched the evolution of Aussie rules as an ardent fan of the game.
Go the Mighty Rolls.
Go the Mighties.
My comment is when and why did calling a game, particularly on TV, become footy goggle box with an ever-growing cast babbling away with personal opinions, which leaves me feeling like I'm eavesdropping on personal conversations. By the way, long-time listener and love the show. Cheers.
Maria.
I think it's Maria. I'm going to double check now while you guys talk about that.
Like, can you just do it and not tell us exactly what you're doing every minute of your
Okay,
life? You just
clicking on a
just do
tab.
it. Thank you.
It's like Dan Gogglebox here. I feel like Maria.
So, look, I thought it would be actually quite relevant for you and I to answer. Your
Yep,
uncle's
that's
the
Maria.
caller of the game. I call games as well. What do you think about that from Maria?
I
Agree or disagree?
I feel like, I mean, no disrespect to Maria. I feel like she's coming from the age of like Polly Farmer and Sid Jackson. It's like you just tune into the radio and listen to play-by-play
Get
commentary.
the wireless on.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the time when you're watching football and you're listening to TV, like there's special comments, you got Daisy Thomas in the box. A lot of the time you're just talking to pad time because you're watching the thing and it's like you just talk about stuff. Talking, the play-by-play commentator will do that, but there'll be breaks, people can come in and jump in. So like there is a bit of that. I do think play-by-play is still a thing.
Yeah, I think I like both. I like both. Adam Papalia would be probably the best in the business as a pure play-by-play caller, in my opinion. Work he does with Fox Footy, but at 6PR as well. But I enjoy BT and his style, and your uncle a little bit. It's not the polished play-by-play that we're probably used to.
It's not Dennis Cometti
no,
riffing.
No, but like even Dennis was a bit more larrikinism. Bruce a little bit too, but the real down the line, play by play, the guys.
Yeah.
I like them, but I also like the banter. I like heavy banter sometimes as well.
Well, on Friday night, woeful game to watch.
Yeah, that's when
And
it really
so
picks
towards
up.
middle of the third quarter, they were just chatting a lot of the time because
When you say
honestly-
they, do you mean me?
Well, yeah, you were part of the commentary
Yes.
team, and I keep forgetting the name.
Brad Johnson.
Brad Johnson
Over
kept
300
going to
games for
you
Western
and
Bulldogs.
asking questions about style of play and stuff, and that was interesting.
I thought some of that would be worth just sharing quickly. So with about 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, Pav comes downstairs to do the cross with me. If you think about it, right? Pav's
yes.
walking off the ground with a player. He doesn't just evaporate down there. He leaves the comms 4 minutes to go.
Right.
And so a call comes in from the producer and says, Pav's not in the box. He's coming downstairs. Jono, you by yourself. But then I'm downstairs as well. I got my flick mic. And so I'll be to the producer, I'll just jump in as well. So that's where you would have heard. Yeah,
more
it's a bit
chatter.
more me and Jono going on about it
Yeah,
because
that's
Pav isn't in there. There's some nice little tricks of the trade there.
Yeah, and so when it is a shit game, for example, and you need to pad time, a lot of it is just okay, the play-by-play stops and you hear the voice from the producer saying, just riff, just talk about whatever.
We were trying to cheer on Charlie Ballard to get at the world record intercept marks for
Correct.
the game.
That's right.
This, I remember, this isn't football.
You got to try and pick things like that.
Yeah, this isn't football. This is Big Bash cricket. I'm going to talk about here for a little bit off the back of obviously Linny. It was, and rest in peace, Roy Simons. This was him. He was commentating a Brisbane Heat game, and it was shit, real bad. He was a massive Heat guy. He was in the commentary box, but it was just an average game, and he would have spoke for 3 overs, which in cricket takes 10 minutes, for example.
Yep.
He would have spoke for a good 10 to 15 minutes about how he gets a perfectly cooked ovened duck. How he perfectly cooks and bakes an oven duck. He's talking about how he carves it and then scores the breast but puts the butter in there to make it melt, and it's just
Was he giving it a pause and then, I don't know.
Yeah.
people were it was just back
Running in
and forth.
from the offside.
Okay, wait, the ball's been bowled, back to the duck. He literally he strung that out for a good 15 minutes. And so that's what it's like in cricket terms, cooking a nice moist duck.
Oh,
There we
that's
go.
very good.
Very good.
Thank you, Maria.
Yeah,
thanks,
thank
mate.
you for sending that through, and I appreciate she put in her address and
You're not
mobile
gonna read
number.
that- you're not going to read that out.
No, I'm not going to read that out.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to be anonymous. She's putting her stamp on it.
yeah, of course.
This
she's
is where I
proud-
live.
yeah.
This is
Got
where
a
I
good
live.
email.
Yeah,
This is my number. You want to call me or send me a letter about it? You can send it back.
Exactly.
We love it.
backchatpodcast.com.au/fines. It's the best way to send fines in. Instead of sending them in like we used to, now we record them. It's amazing.
Someone hit the Instagram up of the Backchat us blah 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 today about an hour ago and said I got a good fine for you. I sent him that. Link. I said put it in here, and I believe it made it.
Great.
If Charlie's done his job properly.
All right, let's hear the first one.
Yeah, g'day boys and Dan. Just a quick find for my mate Spider. He has literally thrown his footy boots in the bin and retired halfway through last season. And for some insane reason, he's decided to resurrect his career and go and play twos at Ararat, 2.5 hours away from Geelong. In round 3, not only has he been dropped from the twos, but he's been forced to suit up for the opposition that they're playing because they're short on numbers. And he's had 6 kicked on him by the twos full forward. So, Spider, I think this is embarrassing enough to warrant a $10 fine, mate. Have a very
cop
hard
that.
look at yourself.
Have a hard look at yourself,
That
Spider.
is about
Ararat.
genuinely playing twos at Ararat.
Ararat was at one point Australia's fattest town. They did, fun fact, they had the biggest loser. Just before, I used to love watching it. Weird thing, but I just did. And it started off strong, copying off the US, and had a lot of support here. And then it just sort of started fading. So they threw some quirks at it. One was then it became Biggest Loser families, and they brought a fat family on to lose weight. Then it became almost like Survivor sort of stuff. And then one year it was just we got no other ideas. And then the Biggest Loser trainers went to Australia's fattest town.
And it was Ararat.
Yeah, so they had the normal competition going on the side, but every other episode they'd flick to Ararat and just see a whole town doing a community workout. The way they did it was they got this you got to Google it, find it. It's like this industrial crane, the way they'd almost measure elephants or something, this big crane scale. And the town just congregated in the community, and 100 people at a time, they just got on the scale and measured the weight of it.
Can you see if you can find
They
this
just
on here, mate?
measured the weight of Ararat. It was fucking hilarious.
What? So the whole town tried to lose weight.
Yeah, the whole town. It was
Oh
like
my God.
Australia's fattest town. They were all like trying to lose weight.
Can
They
you
were-
just imagine the production meeting? Right, this is fuck.
Oh,
We've
what
got
are
to
we
come up
going
with
to do?
ideas.
Fuck, we're just losing. We're losing the country. We don't know what to do. Oh, it's just like Adro Sarnelli.
Do you have it, Charlie?
Adro Sarnelli was the very first winner. Yeah.
Have you got photos? Get
I was
Nick
a
to drag
massive
it on.
Biggest Loser fan. Adro Sarnelli was the first winner, and then he got a Subway sponsorship. He was the face of Subway for a bit there. I think he might have got arrested, but either way, like I fucking loved that show. It was great. And then they were spiraling, and they did the Biggest Loser Ararat. Look at him.
Blow it up, bigger place. Get it in there. Click on it, please.
Ararat.
That's all right.
Victoria's town of Ararat. Look at him.
Oh my
the yellow
god!
cheese.
And all the fat ones come to the front, please. So they got all the fat ones in. We're not going to be able to watch it. That's okay.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Ads and
Anyway, the
stuff.
whole town tried to lose weight. And they
very good.
weighed them on a big elephant-looking
I
industrial
don't know how
scale.
they decided they were the fattest town.
I'm not sure.
I reckon they just made it up, Dan.
Yep.
I don't reckon they knew.
I want
reckon they-
details.
Few fat people at the
Anyway,
front.
there you
All
go.
right, give us
Let's
the
do
next one, please.
yeah.
Hi guys, it's Rob Me Johnson here. I just want to find my ugly ass sister.
Oh.
I'm sitting on 56 tips so far for the AFL season,
Yeah,
and my sister is nowhere to be fucking seen. And because of this, she's chucked in the towel and said she's not tipping anymore, which I find bullshit because she won the last two through fucking bullshit and luck. And finally this year, I'm having a good year, and she's just throwing in the towel. It's just, yeah, fine at $5 or some shit. Yeah.
Rub me Johnson. Nah, that's gutless as fuck. from
It's
your
gutless
sister.
from the sister.
Oh, that is cowardly, isn't
Especially
it?
if she's won twice in a row and
on a
then
run.
says, "Oh, not winning, I'm not playing."
Nah, I'm
you
not
you
doing
couldn't beat me, I wasn't playing. That's
Yeah,
bullshit.
That's shit house.
That is bullshit. $5 or some shit.
G'day, lads, and Dan.
Brilliant.
It's Philip Mike Hunt here.
Oh,
Just want to call myself in for a fine as a backman, kicking a goal in the Rezzies. I was playing back all day, ended up going a little bit further forward, got punched in the face, got given a 50-metre penalty, and kicked a goal off it.
saint.
So, just a $5 for me kicking a goal. And the bloke who punched me in the face, $2 for being such a shit cunt. Cheers.
Wow.
Oh, thank you, Philip.
Fill up Mike Hunt.
Oh, thank you, Philip.
Oh,
Thank you very
wowee.
much. I'm not sure you should. Yeah, anyway.
Hello to all APS alumni and Dan.
I like it a lot.
Just a quick fine here for
That's private
Mark
school
Reddings, Skeeter. I'm not sure if this is a platform to hand Skeet out a fine,
It is.
but just $1 Skeet. Mentioned the Queen's birthday game. Queen's dead, mate. So just show Charlie a bit more respect. Thanks, fellas.
Fair enough. Fair enough. The Queen's dead.
That's up there with
That's
one
up
of the
there.
best finds of the year. Gotta be honest.
R.I.P. Lizzie.
That is very, very good. So the APS alumni is like the old
Private
boys.
school.
It's the old boys.
Yuck.
It's the old
It's
boys.
private school
Enjoy,
and
be a part
private
of that
Victorian
club.
private schools.
Share your
The
blazers
APS.
with each other. You guys do like instead of jumper swaps, you do like
Blazer
blazer
swaps,
swaps
yeah.
and tie
Yeah.
swaps. They're
Yeah.
like yuck.
Yeah, we wear a pocket and we got little.
Pocket
We
square.
get colours on there when
No,
we
not
achieve.
pocket square, mate. No, yeah, you get like
Yeah, like a
little
pocket.
emblems.
Emblems
Wear
on
your
the-
house colours on there. You get them stitched in.
Yeah.
You get a gold one. You get a silver one.
It's like Harry Potter. You've been watching the Harry Potter series.
Yeah, mate. I watch it twice a year. Every
We'll come
year.
back to that.
Okay, let's go.
Every year.
Hello to all APS alumni and
That's okay.
That's right.
Cop that down.
Hey, BackChat Podcast. Isaac Hunt here. A $5 fine for Schofield for not asking Brow if he is actually a android or just a pasty motherfucker.
That's it.
I'm fighting for the end.
What
All
the
right.
fuck was that? What you've just heard, ladies and
How high must
gentlemen,
people get? Seriously.
ladies and gentlemen
who did you
of
ask
our
about
of
being
our
an
audience, what you've just heard is a bloke who is
No.
quite clearly on methamphetamine.
Can I, do we need? No, I don't want to hear.
Nah,
it.
that's fucked. $5 fine for Matt Rowell, was it? Or for Scully? For like, no, I don't want to hear it again. No, that was an interesting find to listen to.
Okay.
G'day, flogs and legend Dan.
Hey, okay.
It's Mike Cockers Nasty here. Just want to fine old Scully there, $5 for that shit house fucking jacket he wore on Friday night footy.
I agree.
Fucking horrendous. Even the missus was fucking appalled by the absolute non-fashion sense. Please, Scully, stop shopping at fucking St. Vincent's de Paul, for fuck's sake. Thank you.
I like how he signed off with a thank you.
Manners. Very good.
Had you had much feedback on that jacket? Was that the first time you've heard
Do you want me
feedback on the
to?
jacket?
No, do you want me to tell you? You got some feedback for me?
No, I'm asking.
I
I'm just-
don't.
Do you
I
have some
imagine you
feedback
don't
on
know.
it?
I don't have feedback.
I imagine you don't pick.
I
I don't care what you wear.
Just give the.
You don't pick your jacket.
I just
obviously.
noticed.
I fucking oath I picked my jacket.
I just noticed the
I don't
jacket.
get given suits by Fox Footy. Like, they don't even know I fucking exist. They're my jackets. And I come home and I'm late. And I say to my wife Alex, I say, pick me a suit, chuck it on the fucking bed, please.
Yeah.
Need some help.
Okay.
She puts what I wore on the bed. I want it known that I wore what she put on the bed.
So it's Alex.
So do you like the jacket?
I didn't like the jacket when I put it on.
Okay, sure.
All right. I didn't like the jacket when I put it on. I had a discussion about it. She liked it.
Okay.
And so it stayed.
Beck
But I want it
mentioned it.
known.
I hated the jacket. Alex liked the jacket. We talk about how much I liked the jacket, so I wore the jacket.
Beck mentioned the jacket. She was like,
I fucking knew you had feedback. Why did you fucking tell me?
"What's that jacket Scotty's wearing?" I was like, "I don't know."
Is that it?
That was it. That was it.
You going to send in a fine to me, Beck? Was that you, Beck?
Looks good on you though.
I didn't like it. I've got to be honest, I didn't like it. You know what? I've worn a
Buy
better
a jacket like that, you get a free bowl of soup.
It's a shit jacket.
Hello, lads. Queen Elizabeth here, and I am fighting King Charles for taking forever to do the coronation. Worthy of a $5 fine, if you ask me. Jolly good show.
And she's dead.
Was that Sam Butler?
That's
It
Lizzie. That's
sounded
Lizzie
like
from the
Sam
grave, isn't
Butler.
That's the late one that came in.
Wow.
Oh, that's the late one.
No, it wasn't.
That's the late one.
The latest one that came in.
You want me to tell you what the Instagram message said?
Jeez.
Hang on.
Well, that's the
Hang on.
most recent one we've got.
All right. In latest news, we've got a final fine to play.
Okay.
Hey, guys, I think you have a fine that you guys might enjoy for the pod. And they said it wouldn't let me send it on the website. It kept cutting out. Not sure why. Hopefully this is okay.
How long is it?
Never heard this, boys.
Can we hear it?
Here it
Fuck
comes. Ready?
G'day, Scully, Hammer, and Const. It's Jack here. I recently travelled over from Perth for the Derby and to catch up with big cousin Alex Pearce.
Sounds exhausting.
A few nights before the game, we found ourselves at Matt Taberner's apartment having a rooftop barbecue. Once we got everything up there, Tabs tries to start the barbecue. It doesn't go. We're thinking, well, maybe it's run out of gas. Big Moose gets up there for a look and turns out there's no gas bottle. 5, 10, 15 minutes passed. I'm starting to get a little bit hungry. The barbecue still isn't going after the boys try everything. As we get ready to take the meat downstairs, Big Moose, Alex, reads on the wall, push to start. Absolutely shit ass from the boys. $2.50 to Tabs and $2.50 for Moose and a cheeky dollar for myself for not helping whatsoever. 2 AFL footballers just couldn't manage to get the barbecue started. Absolutely shit ass from the boys. Also special.
Oh, he's been cut off. He's absolutely been cut off. But that is from Jack Pearce.
Oh,
So
wow.
I believe
Moose's brother or cousin.
I was waiting for innuendo about being Moose's cousin because they're from Tasmania.
Right.
Gas barbecues. I was waiting,
Yeah, it was
taking the
just a
meat
very-
downstairs. I was like,
unless that came after it got cut off, it was just a very vanilla.
I think, well, Matt Taberner,
Yeah.
Alex Pearce couldn't start a fucking rooftop barbecue.
Learn how to do a barbecue. Yeah, that's pretty fucked.
That's all of them?
So back on the Lizzie stuff. I mean, we got 2 unusual RIP Lizzie fines. There's a story, I'm not sure if you've heard it, I think you might have, of a group of people that are known to us, Scully, that were over in Europe not that long after the death of the Queen. Were in Europe, actually landed in London the day after she died. Spent the week, spent a couple of weeks, a week in London afterwards. Went to a soccer game, whatever. Went to a pub that night, and there's about 10 Aussies at this pub. The Aussies that are in question that we know, and I probably won't say their names on
You don't
here.
have to, but I don't know who you're talking about. I'll figure it out.
So it's a group of 10 Aussies, and they're at this pub in England, and a group of like 30 British blokes just start having a go at him and hanging shit on him for being Aussies and like chanting at him soccer style or something. I can't remember what they were chanting, but they were just having a go at these 10 Aussie blokes because they're shit Aussies. And the boys are sitting there talking together. Fuck, what can we do? How do we go about this? One of the boys says, oh, they're all pissed, by the way. Boys, follow my lead. Stood up in a pub 2 days after the Queen died and started chanting, Lizzie's in a box, in a box. Lizzie's in a box. Na 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 na. And there was about 20 other people in the bar that weren't Poms that all just started joining in. All these Brits were just all of a sudden just shaking their bottom lip, crying because their fucking Queen had died.
Oh my God!
Annihilate the monarchy, am I right?
Oh my God! Is that us done and dusted? My back's really sore.
Yeah, that's us done and dusted.
Shit.
Anything else from the Queen? I'm pretty sure that was Sam.
Anything else from the Queen, mate? She's dead. Come on. That's
sorry.
poor
Too
form.
soon. You can head to backchatpodcast.com.au, sign up for Patreon. We've got lots of discounts there for all of our members. Thank you for everyone who's a part of that. Whippersnapper Whisky, Margaret Roasting, BlueBet, Shelter Brewing Co, Leadable Cameras, Swimply, and of course, Fleet Network, who powers BackChat for season 2023.
Get in on that VIP experience.
Get in on that VIP experience. That's going to be amazing.
Novated yourself a lease and get after it.
Get in there.
Yeah. And send us an email, hello@backchatpodcast.com.au, so we can
Please
have lots for next week.
100th
Yeah,
episode.
100th.
Stop edging and let yourself go.
Big name.
Big name on the podcast. And I'm not talking the guest either. I'm talking right here where we talk a lot of shit.
That's right.
Right here.
We're going to tell you all about that over at Patreon.